So today's been quite a big anxiety day because tomorrow is weigh day, which I kind of love and hate. I think love because it's just that obsession in me that I do always want to know what I'm weighing. But at the same time, I'm obviously so scared of gaining weight still, and especially gaining a lot of weight is what really, really scares me. I want like everything in life. I feel like I want this perfect recovery of just the right amount every single week, which honestly is so difficult to achieve. Like, our bodies are not robots. It's not an exact science. You cannot do this much in, this much out equals this goes on. Like, and I do understand, like, when your body's been in restriction for so long, no wonder it would like grab anything, and that there's organ repair and muscle repair and whatever. Like, on a science level, yes, I understand what's going on, but on an emotional and response to it level, no, I don't understand it, and it still makes me freak out. And that's partly why I'd like to stop knowing my weight, to be honest, because I can commit to it and I do know what I want to do and I try really, really hard, but then that number still has the power to throw me off or freak me out. And I also know that if they didn't tell me my weight, I would probably find a way of finding it out. Like, we threw away our bathroom scales because I was weighing myself obsessively every single day. So we got rid of them, and I ended up going to a shopping mall and finding a home department and weighing myself on their scales in the shop. How embarrassing. So I'm sure at the moment it is better to have it done with professionals and to have it tracked properly. But yeah, ultimately I think I do want to get away from weighing myself, because you tie too much importance to it and your whole mood relies on it, and how your day is going to turn out and what you think about yourself is all based on that one number. Okay, let's go and get a snack. Honestly, the salt and pepper that makes it. My dietitian actually suggested this as a snack, and when she first did, I was like, what? Like, if I'm really honest, I absolutely love junk food. So when she was drawing up the plan, I was like, afternoon snack, so what will we be having? Like chocolate Starbucks muffin, a cookie? She was like, what about avocado and crackers? But I went home and tried it, and honestly, it's amazing. I love it, and I've pretty much had it every day since. So I'm going to eat this and watch another recovery vlog. It's Stephanie Marie Recovers, and I love her channel. I think she's awesome. I actually find it really helpful to do during meal times, like whilst I'm eating. I just find these girls like really positive and helpful. They get me in the right kind of mindset. So for me, it's just a really helpful distraction. So. But I'm actually good, can't help it if we're tilted. I am actually good, can't help it if we're weak. I am actually good. That was nice. I felt a little bit sick, but that was nice. Like, milk can quite often make me feel sick at the moment. I think just like processing dairy again, but I know it's good for my bone. Just really going to stick with it today, keep doing this food plan, not give in to this temptation to restrict, just sit with the anxiety really and keep going, and just get weighed tomorrow and get it out of the way. Okay. So I've just arrived at my appointment. I've got here a little early because it's scheduled over lunchtime. Who schedules eating disorder appointments over lunchtime? But anyway, yeah, brought my little packed lunch. I've got my 2 turkey rolls today with mayo, and then an apple, and what is it, Nature Valley Crunchy Bar. What flavour is this? Canadian maple syrup. So I've got a presentation to give at work later as well, so I think it's a combination of like the general waiting to be weighed nerves, and then nerves for a presentation as well. So I've just had my appointments and my weight stayed the same, which honestly I'm completely shocked at. So I've had my diet increased, but I kind of feel fine about that. No, I do feel fine about that. So now I'm heading home, I'm gonna have my snack and then get ready for this presentation at work, which I'm dreading, but it'll be fine. I've conquered one fear today, I can do that one as well. So I've taken so long to edit this video that a whole other week's passed and I've actually been weighed again, and this time, oh, not good. Wow, it's not good. I gained a lot. I had a huge gain in a week, which I guess gaining is the aim, so in that sense it is good, but I've got a little cat down here keeping me company. How are you? Don't say. Hey, puppy. Hello, sweetie. She's trying to stroke herself on the camera. It is so difficult to cope with. I feel so angry at my body that it won't just play ball and it won't just gradually increase and just be predictable, and it's just, I hate my weight gain being all over the place and not knowing what's going to happen one week to the next. And like last week I didn't increase and I thought, okay, my body's like adapting to this food, it's getting better, it's starting to get used to eating again. And now this week numbers shot right up, and I feel back to this point of like, oh my God, what are you doing? Why wouldn't you do what you're supposed to? I came home yesterday and had a massive meltdown over it. Even though I'd prepared myself and thought, okay, you need to expect an increase, here's how we're going to cope with it. Got home, all out the window, and I just completely fell apart. And my head's just back to screaming like, your weight's just going to go up and up forever. You've broken your metabolism. I feel like I can feel all the weight on me. I think back over foods that I've eaten and think, okay, so it was that did it. And then I start creating these rules in my head like, okay, so you can never eat that again. My thoughts are really driving me crazy now. I think yesterday I was fine, and then I get weighed and everything completely changes. Like my mood changes, how I feel about myself, but all the clarity I had around recovery gone and just replaced with, you're gonna get fat, or your weight's just gonna keep going up forever. So my psychologist told me to think about my incentives, and she also says to think about like the positives of weight gain. So not thinking of, well, I'm putting on weight and I'm not gonna fit my clothes anymore, which is what my head goes to, but think of it more in terms of like, it'll be better for my hair and like my bones, and I'll have periods again and be able to have babies and have other interests, maybe be a bit more fun again, a bit more spontaneous. One thing which does help me a bit is knowing that I don't want to yo-yo with my recovery. So I don't want to keep like toe dipping into recovery and thinking like, oh, I'll give this a go, and then getting weighed and freaking out and running back to anorexia. I know if I keep doing it like that back and forth, I'll just keep going back and forth forever. Like these are the times when it's most hard and when I most want to run back. I know those are the times that I need to break the cycle and like build that trust in my body and like rewire my brain and relearn my neural pathways so that weight loss isn't an automatic thought and I don't run back to anorexia all the time. And so another thing my psychologist tells me is opposite actions. Like whatever your eating disorder is telling you, do the total opposite. So if in my head I'm thinking, oh, well, you ate that last week and look how much you've gained, don't eat it again, you have to go and eat it again. I'm probably like talking to people as well. Like I find on my own, my thoughts just get carried away and I get a bit stuck in my own head, and I feel like it's really difficult to kind of ask for help in anorexia recovery. Like you've learned over all this time that like this is the thing you can trust me, I'll make you lose weight and then it'll all be okay. And it's really hard to like go against that thing you've trusted for maybe years, like in my case years, and then put your trust in other people, reach out and ask for help when you're totally going against this thing that's like had your back, supposedly. Really it's destroyed your life, I know, but it's had your back. Oh, I just feel like I'm going crazy in my head. It's so irrelevant. It's so not even a part of life. It's like this whole world that I've constructed for myself that's nothing to do with all the things I really care about, and I'm just going to get sucked straight back into it because I've seen a number on a scale that I didn't like, when that number's actually still unhealthy as well. I'm going out for dinner with friends tonight, which I nearly cancelled because after a weight gain, literally the last thing I want to do is see people. All I want to do is be on my own, and my head just tells me, come to me, I'll help you sort it out. And I know I can't do that. So I'm gonna go out with friends, I'm gonna do the opposite, eat a good dinner. Okay, I'm gonna go and finish getting ready, get dressed, choose something to wear. If only exercise leggings and baggy t-shirts were restaurant appropriate. I literally live in them. And please, if you've got any comments, leave them below. I'd love to hear from people, like similar experiences or advice or anything really. Okay, bye.